High five! I'm Scott Hansen, and this is your Week 5 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get to. We'll start in Philadelphia. The Eagles at home to take on the Denver Broncos. And this is Devontae Smith. They put a lot of trust in him, and it's well placed. This, one of 3 touchdowns for him in the game. The Eagles continue to have enough. They make it 5 straight wins to start the new year. From there, how about we head out to Buffalo? Let's check in on the Bills as they play host to the New England Patriots. And this is the newest Patriot signed away from Houston in the offseason, Stephon Diggs. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. And when it's all said and done, that's an 80-yard catch and run for the touchdown. One more for you. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. It's the Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And this is Christian McCaffrey. He's going to scamper 31 yards to the house. Touchdown. The Niners move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. That's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Scott Hansen. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Oh, nice move. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And last week, that was one of those games that he just wants to erase from his memory banks. But I'll guarantee his coaching staff won't let him do it. They're going to make him learn from it. He really looked like a rookie quarterback in that one. You've got to have those kind of outings in year 1. But the big question, what does he take away from them, and how does he improve? It starts right here in this game.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
To throw, Dart. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, they'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Credit that good coverage to Paulson Adebo. Got a hand in and knocked it free. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. You talk about this Giant defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass? Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. On the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jahad Campbell in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Dart going to look to throw here. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
3rd down and 13.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 13.
Throwing his Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Now this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. To throw now, Dart. And this is going to be incomplete. conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Eagles offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he has been a monster in the red zone here in his first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's second down. You talk about this Giant defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
In punt formation for the Eagles.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll go again with Tracy. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Throw left side, taken in by Washington. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Go! Drop low 80.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air, Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Giants first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break.
And he'll go down. Brought down the 20-yard line. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Over the middle, complete. That's Washington. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
A gain of 10 makes it. Third and 3.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Dart. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
He's going to try and do this himself. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Dart. This is caught. Touchdown! Isaiah Hodgins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out and feel charged up and ready to go.
Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Eagles offense and receiver Devontae Smith set for this next possession. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that. With a double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They'll hand it to Tracy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Right back to Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Looking to throw, Dart. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Dart. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves it with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The Eagles in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as he'll be taken down at the 46. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the bootleg, it's Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Giants 1st down. 1st and 10.
To throw is Dart. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Dart. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
A 44-yard attempt.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hanson and crew, thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports. And we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just 1 touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the 2nd half. Both teams try to find the right formula to come out with the victory.
Just the 1 touchdown in that 1st half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man to the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Second down, here's Barkley again. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This short throw caught by Goddard. Now he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Brings up 4th and 1.
Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Giants will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll find Hodgins there, complete. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And the Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. Throw left side, complete. That's Washington. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at the 32.
And he's going to use his legs here. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Throwing his Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large blocking tight ends.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes,
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A Play fake, and now it's Dart. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And the Giants, first down. First down and goal to go.
Here's Dart. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
On to give, it's Tracy. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's third and goal. They'll try to throw for it with Dart. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, first and 10.
Let's go.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
To throw, Dart. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Jalen Carter busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Jalen Phillips bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Eight yards on the return following a punt of 41. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10. And some room to run now. 20, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley
with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The Eagles will set up for the
Hurts will throw.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking...
And Winston lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back. As trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Jameis to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Jalen Carter in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken in at the 22. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. A short one there, caught by Granson. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Another Eagles first down. A gain of 15. And an Eagles.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Good. Set. Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. And he's got Granson over the middle. Now the Giants will use the second of their three timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Good. Set. Trimmer.
They'll look to throw again. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Back to throw again. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Giants are right back in this football game. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. Winston now. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Jalen Carter. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Ready.
Now Winston. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin first and goal already at the 5-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On second and goal, Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The Eagles will set up for the 180 conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So now here is Jackson Dart and the Giants. Down by 13. Just over a minute 40 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. They already stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Winston. That caught by Manhurts. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Giants, 1st down.
Throwing, Winston. There's Manhurts, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's another Giants 1st down.
They'll throw again, Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is Smith with a grab. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson.
Nice
nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Philadelphia, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire